welcome to That Happens, the insider guide to kicking butt and dropping names in the red carpet line back hallways of this industry we call showbiz. What up, what up? I'm your host, Spencer Crinden. I'm here with Jeff B. Davis.
What's up? Hello, everybody. Happy Academy Awards that nobody's watching, hopefully, because it's stupid.
Oh, it's dumb as shit, Jeff. And it's taking place at the Union Station right now, which I'm pretty convinced is just to bully more homeless people. I think that's the only reason they're doing it there.
It's finally if there's any more apropos sign of the time, Spencer, that the world has gone to shit. The Academy Awards is taking place at the train station. Next year, the Grammys will be at the Greyhound Depot on Highland.
Why they got to do that? What I mean, is there some ventilation issue with where they usually do it? I mean, are they trying to have the normal amount of people this time? Like, what's the deal?
I'm almost certain, Spencer, that if you and I put 1 second's worth of Google research into this, we would find out why. But I'm not going to do it. Here's the only way that I would watch the Academy Awards. If Jason Sudeikis comes out as Ted Lasso and hosts the entire thing as Ted Lasso, that's how I would watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch that show, by the way?
No. Kelly hasn't shared her Apple TV password with me, so you know.
Is the household feud between you and Kelly that fucking rigid that she won't share the passwords with you?
No, she does. I just don't think I've asked her for the Apple TV. I might have activated my Apple TV trial accidentally over the past week, so I'm gonna have to get into that because I think I get a free month or so. If that indeed has happened, I'll definitely check it out because it's supposed to be a ripping good time, Jeff.
Yeah. Well, welcome to That Happens, everybody, where the happenings are just that. So nice to have you all back. We have our producer, Kevin Day, sitting in with us. Hello, Kevin. How are you?
Doing great, Jeff. I'm doing great.
Yeah. COVID symptoms all in the past? Are they all in the rearview mirror, or are you still suffering from phantom cigarette smoke?
I think maybe once in the last week it's happened. But other than that,
good.
yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. It seems often to me.
Rob Schraub just texted me and Spencer just now saying "Chiaps." So we're being.
Rob gave me a dish. Well, actually, Kate Freund's mom made a pottery dish that says it either says Cheops on it or it says Spencer. I can't. She gave me and Callie one, and they're very nice, like, you know, ceramics, perfect for Cheops. Speaking of people that told us things in semi-intrusive fashions, Callie told me that we were supposed to wish Demorge Brown a happy birthday. Callie just had Demorge on for his birthday, and I don't think ever acknowledged that fact.
Hello, Demorge, and happy birthday. For those of you who do not know who Demorge Brown is, he's an extraordinarily gifted actor and a man of mystery, I must say. You try to get a hold of Demorge, and it's difficult. I think I have like 2 or 3 different phone numbers, and he either doesn't like me or they don't work because I've tried to just say what's up to Demorge, and he's either giving me the Heisman Trophy like stiff arm, or I've got something wrong.
Demorge famously doesn't like people to know what's up, so it could be that.
You know what is though, Spencer, and you're going to be proud of this. I have just about one large shot of Fernet Branca left in the tank here, and you had asked me if I didn't want that last bottle of Mountain Dew Major Melon, that I might leave it on the doorstep. I'll tell you what, I've only had a little bit of it, but once in a while I'll take a wee sip of the Major Melon. It is just awful. But then again, so is Fernet Branca. You want to do a little commercial for either one of those right now while I make myself ill?
Sure, yeah. Fernet Branca, the official beverage of Mountain Dew Major Melon. The official beverage of That Happens. Ooh, baby, that's good melon.
Oh. Do you remember? You know what it reminds me of? Do you ever have Big League chewing gum?
Mm-hmm.
I think there was a watermelon flavor of that. This is even sweeter than Big League chewing gum.
And I would say that Big League Chew tastes more like watermelon than Major Melon.
This only tastes like if you poured a bag of sugar next to a watermelon.
Yeah. To me, it tastes mostly like citric acid. I think in the ingredients list, which is in descending order by volume, it's like carbonated water, sugar, citric acid, like in that order. And so it's just so sour to me.
I can't believe that water is the first ingredient before high fructose corn syrup. I would have thought water maybe came in a distant second. That's how fucking sweet this is.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Oh, it's sweet. But it's less sweet than regular Mountain Dew.
77 milligrams of caffeine per 16.9 fluid ounce. I don't know if that's a lot, but I'm assuming it's an awful lot.
It's not none, Jeff. I tell you what, I regret not having some right now. After the show, I think I'm going to go out and pick some up.
Again, if I could just send this through my webcam and give this away, I would absolutely do it.
Well, now that you've been drinking it, I don't want it. It's weird that your bottle is strange because they have this famously, and it's famous, the world over is talking about it, how lime green, bright lime green the lid is, and your lid is a dark forest green, Jeff.
I would put
That's a Chicago bottle. I don't know if there's a difference there, but I sent that to him from here, Chicago.
What's going on with Chicago?
Yeah, when their bottle brings a gun, you bring a knife. I don't know. That's the Chicago way.
Yeah.
Yes. If their bottle is lime green, you bring a forest green. That's the Chicago way.
Wait, no, mine's lime green.
Yeah. See, there's something going on with Jeff.
I've got a 7-Up like colored like top. God damn it! That happens, fans. And Happuccinos everywhere. The controversy really is happening now. Like what somebody out there in the Happuccino land, Happuccinosity, Happuccinopolis,
Happa-Chicago.
Somebody go out there and find out what the deal is with the different colored lids on this stuff. God,
Kevin just sent Jeff a ruby red squirt.
A ruby red squirt. See, I would rather have a ruby with. You know what?
That's a great beverage.
After I got back from India, I sat down and had a ruby red squirt, but that was a whole different sort of situation.
Oh no, that has something to do with diarrhea, I would imagine.
Yes, that was a poop joke. Thank you very much.
So, Jeff, I got the second vaccine.
You did. Yeah. Congratulations. I'm waiting on my second. Which one did you get?
Moderna. And they didn't list this in the side effects, but I've become an anti-vaxxer, so that's weird.
That is weird.
Yeah, let me tell you about these side effects, man. I just I took the vaccine, then I was on my computer about a couple hours later, and I was on my computer for a couple hours, and then just immediately my whole rib cage just is in terrible pain and is stiff, and it hurts to move.
What?
That's what happened. And then the next day it was still like that.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off. How long did that last for? One full day?
It's better, but it's my back still has it. It's like when I get up out of a chair, I feel like I got to inflate my lungs and bear down to kind of bolster my system from the inside as I get up.
Jesus
and
Christ.
Yeah, that was one thing, but it's just kind of weird because I feel like an old man. And then the less good part of it is when I was trying to sleep, I woke up in the middle of the night and I was just drenched with sweat, and then I was too hot, and then almost immediately later, and this is classic fever, flu symptom stuff. Then I was so fucking cold, I had to get more blankets, and then I was still so cold, so I got under, I started having just what do you call it, I have some extra sheets in that I use in my closet, and so I was just I'll use these as extra blankets, and I was still too cold, and I was just freezing cold, and so I got this heated blanket, this heating pad that I got as a gift recently, and I put that under between my legs and put that up full blast, and that was too hot, but I was still so cold. It was horrible. And I couldn't get back to sleep for 6 hours. And then I went to sleep, and then I was drenched with sweat again. All the sheets were soaked. All my blankets were soaked. I had to like flip around to which blankets were on the inside and outside, and then they drenched with sweat again.
Jeez.
It was better after that night. But
Did you have
I'm
a dream?
still
Did you
sweating.
have a dream? I hear one side effect is like people often have a dream where they're eating a giant marshmallow, and then they wake up and their pillow is gone.
Oh yeah. No, I had two weird dreams. One weird dream is we kept getting deliveries. This is some generic workplace. We kept getting deliveries of all these boxes, and in the boxes were frames, almost like they were frames of animation, but they were diagrams or drawings, and they were drawings of sex positions. And we were trying to reorder them because it's like, like a bad version of it is like, you're before the thrust, and then it's like mid thrust, and then it's like post thrust. But it was like, there was like 60 or 80 frames per diagram, and there was a bunch of different kind of diagrams, and we were trying to reorder them. And then like another dream was just like this static image of like my body being surrounded by these cubes of simultaneous ice and fire, which that has maybe a more literal kind of translation to the physical symptoms I was experiencing. But they were both really weird dreams. So I was like, what the fuck?
Kevin just said, Spencer, in the chat room, that Discord says the dark cap is from Major Melon Zero, the sugar-free version. This one is all sugar, so that doesn't hold up. This is basically sugar water.
And once again, the chat is stupid because that cap is actually a black cap. It's not a forest green cap. The zero cap is just black. So
yeah, you stupid chat.
Why is our audience so awful?
You're all stupid on the chat. You stupid chatters.
You freaking losers.
Get your shit together.
Why don't you like better podcasters?
Rob Schraub just texted me and Spencer, meow. Yeah. So I think we're being trolled by a very lonely Rob Schraub right now. So
oh boy,
we should have Rob on the show. Maybe next time we have Kevin. Can we have Rob on as a guest just to say hi and hang out with our buddy Rob Schraub?
Anytime, yes.
Because once again, I was not recording. So
oh, god damn it, Spencer.
I was having a bunch of tech problems. My computer wouldn't work. And we just like got on right under the wire. So sorry.
Your origin story is that you worked in the back room of an Apple store. Like, shouldn't you be the one that is on top of all this shit?
I had a setup that I liked, and then you guys were like, this setup's not going to work. And so I had to jettison it last second.
Yeah. I had a kind of a can we do a segment called Jeff Davis Confessions?
Yeah.
Kevin, do we have any music for Jeff Davis Confessions?
We have the D&D music.
All right, just give me like 3 seconds of that. Spencer, do you want to lead in with an intro?
Jeff Davis is international man of mystery who's known to confess to nothing until now. This is Jeff Davis Confessions.
Okay. Thank you.
I don't know.
I love chocolate. No, I'm kidding. What if that was it? Yes. I'm a chocoholic except with alcohol. So I had done some day drinking yesterday with a friend or two, and then I wanted to go be alone. And now that restaurants are starting to open up indoors, I went to this Italian restaurant that I've only ever ordered from one time, and it was very good. So I thought, okay, you know what? I'm going to go patronize these people, patronize, and sit down indoors. And they were very happy to see me. And I was reading my book, and then I got into a very bad mood based on a conversation I was having with somebody. And I became a bad person. I'll say that. And my food didn't come quick enough, and I was mean about it. And I left without taking my food, and I passed out on my couch at 7 p.m. And my friend who showed up had paid the bill for me, like $100 tab, and brought me my food. And I don't remember eating it. And I woke up at 4 a.m. this morning with a half-eaten bowl of soup and a full eggplant parmesan, which I had this morning, and it was fantastic. So I have to go back It's like, I mean, I'm not in a 12-step program, but whatever step it is that you have to go back to the Italian restaurant and say, I'm sorry for being a douchewad. I'm going to go back to the restaurant and say, I'm sorry to the good people at Michelangelo Ristorante. It's just not good behavior. I mean, but again, like, I think it's like jumping in the pool too soon after you've eaten and you get cramped up. Whether that's a wives' tale or not, I don't know. But like going in and sitting down at a new restaurant, I don't think I was emotionally prepared for. I think it was too much for me. I think that I've been so used to the isolation, and if you do go somewhere, you have to sit outside and away from people. But sitting down and having a waiter and a menu and all of these things that I love and I miss from the past, I wasn't ready for it, and I couldn't handle it. I misbehaved. I flew too close to the sun, like Icarus, but drunker. It was not good.
Drunkerous.
All right, that's the end of Jeff Davis Confessions.
That was Jeff Davis Confessions. Oh baby, confess your Jeffs today. I think that what you're describing is not a super widespread, but I think this is happening to people as they reintegrate with society. But I think it more is affecting extroverted people, because I think it's more of this huge polarity switch for you guys. Whereas like for me, I'm kind of talking to the same amount of people. I've been unemployed. I have a couple Zoom meetings, online conversations. I go to drive-throughs, but that was like that before and during quarantine. So like, I don't think I'm experiencing this, but I've heard a lot of people talking about how like it's just they're not acting the same, and they're kind of like, what's going on? And it's an interesting phenomena that I think people are reporting.
Yeah, I mean, it's been just long enough for me to have forgotten how annoying other people are. And how many variables there are, and the vicissitudes. Is this making me? Did I turn into an introvert over the last 14 months? Is that what's happening? Because I was. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Oh, you were maybe forced into an introvert's body, and you finally got into that shell. But it's I don't think it's who you naturally are. So it's like, but you were having to adapt to that has kind of like, been more of a mental thing for you. And so it'll take a similar exertion back, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I think what happened is I sort of fell in love with the distance. I used to love being sitting at a bar on a bar stool, and you took whatever you got. You might get a cool stranger next to you, just elbow to elbow, or you generally get some person that you would never have hung out with. But then again, that's the beauty of life, and that's where stories come from. That's where you get your great anecdotes, is from meeting strangers, and you cast a wide net, and sometimes you get fish, and sometimes you get a tire, and you often just get an old boot. Now it's all boots, and so now I was sitting indoors at this pub I go to, because they've opened up the indoors, and I'm feeling cocky on my half vaccination. And, I'm not sitting near people, people are still wearing masks, and it's not close quarters, but the sound of anybody else's voice, the sound of other people's phones ringing, that's always bothered me. When people are like, just, being noise polluters inside of a restaurant or a bar. But now it's making me crazy. I've always been kind of a get off my lawn guy, but now like the whole world is my lawn, because for a while, we only lived on our own lawns and nobody was ever on my grass. Mm-hmm. Now the fact that the whole world is becoming grass again, everybody's on it, and I'm not ready for it. So it's going to have to, it's a transitional period for me to, I'm going to miss the isolation, which is weird to say for an extrovert like me. But I think it's going to take me a while to get used to the fact that everybody sucks. Everybody, like the cologne. Oh, someone's sitting next to you now and you can smell them.
Yeah, if you can adapt quickly enough, a cool thing you might be able to do is like create a workshop for guiding people through a similar thing, because you might master it, and faster than everyone else, and then you could be a powerful resource, and you could charge money for this. You could be a extrovert Sherpa of sorts.
Yeah, I think like I want to be indoors. I want to be around people. I certainly want theaters to reopen so I can go back on the road and perform, because I
Yeah.
like the sound of a room full of strangers laughing. That's one of the greatest joys I have. But also, the 6 feet thing was kind of nice, wasn't it? I mean, it still
Oh,
is.
I didn't like being within 6 feet of people before all this.
Somebody was raising their voice earlier, and I moved chairs. And she's a bartender that I know and like, but she sat down on her like her shift break and was having lunch, and she was just being really loud. So I just got up and semi jokingly like made a bit out of getting up and moving with my book so I could sit down and read. And she's like, "Hey Jeff, am I annoying you?" Like she did like a fake like annoying voice. I'm like, it's like no, 20 feet away, do whatever you want. 3 feet away, shut the F to the up.
Oh boy. I don't know. This isn't very similar to that story, but it's just the only thing that I thought of is that a new fried chicken place opened up on like Hollywood, like on the Hollywood Strip. This is ages ago. And I heard people saying it was good. Jeff is not enjoying Mountain Dew Major Melon.
I thought it would be comforting after that rant I went on. I thought maybe the childhood taste of overly sugary products would make me feel better. It just
maybe just a nice Coke or something, like a regular soda.
No, Coca-Cola would be like chamomile tea compared to the fucking hostile brutality, the onslaught of caffeine and sugar that is Major Melon. Okay, so I'm sorry, Spencer, go ahead.
It's cool. So I was at this chicken place. I sat down, I waited an hour. And no food came out.
Oh shit.
And I was like starting to get mad. There's no one to talk to about being mad. Because like I don't know if it's because the new restaurant or the wait staff is busy, but the place isn't that busy. Like it's not empty, but it's not like, it doesn't look as busy as this. It's like you got to be able to turn around fried chicken in like under an hour. And so like I wait another 10, 15 minutes, and then I say, "Hey, what's going on?" And they're like, "Oh, it's coming out." So another like 20 minutes, and then it's still nothing. And I'm like, "I'm gonna leave." Like, no, it's coming right out. And then I waited another 20 minutes, and then I just left. And I didn't ask for my money back because I'm like, this, the money is not the problem. Like, it's not good to not get food for your money, but like at this point, it's just like the time investment is what I'm mad about. Like, I could have gone to like Pasadena or something and got food there. I don't know. I could have gone to Downey, gone to Raising Cane's, or something.
You could have raised, murdered, and fried your own chicken.
Yeah. But there's a part of the story which is afterwards, I don't think I was like super rude or anything, but I was not happy, and so when I get pissed, I just kind of get like, is anything gonna happen? Kind of. And so it's like, I don't know, I don't like the way I am, but it's not angry, it's not shouty, it's not rude, necessarily. Yeah. But so then I went back to the place and the same fucking thing happened, but I didn't wait as long. I was like 45 minutes or an hour, and then I was like, no, I'm done. I'm never coming back.
Yeah. That's I see. Is this a quality of extroversion, or is it just me being an asshole? I will make a stink. I will absolutely call the manager over and actively try to hurt somebody's feelings if I feel that I've been left hanging out to dry too long. I will. I'll be a dick about it.
Yeah,
it's not a good quality. I really do need to get over that because things happen, and also restaurants certainly are readjusting right now because wherever the Happuccinos are, I don't know what your governor's like, but Governor Gavin Newsom in California, it seems like the goalpost is being shifted like daily, and restaurants are constantly having to readjust to it. And so I don't think they know how many people to staff. Some of their best staff are gone. They're restaffing and stuff like that. So that I'm so ashamed of myself for yesterday. That's such a tacky thing for me to do. The restaurant is so happy to have anybody there that's spending US dollars on their food, and just being there and making it like kind of going back to normal. And I was a prick because it wasn't normal enough for me. Like, it's just so dumb. Also, maybe I should stop drinking at noon.
It's not a bad thought.
Maybe start at dinner. Maybe get to the restaurant sober and have a nice glass of rosé, and not already be fucking Charles Bukowski and throwing a dish at the wall. I don't know. It's not good.
But what is good, Jeff, is our great advertisers and sponsors that support our show.
This segue is brought to you by Spencer Segways, the best segways in town. It's the Segway you crave.
Oh, baby, my Segways come with custom adornments made with duct tape, wrapping paper, and even cardboard. Plus, available for an additional charge, glitter pens.
And we're back. Those were some fantastic advertisements, Spencer, I must say.
Oh yeah, Jeff. I can't live without it. These fine products and services, what would we do?
I think we tried reaching out to Brendan, the guy that used to produce our Harmontown ads, who would add the music and make everything super, super great. I hope one day that I'm not saying those ads that we just heard weren't perfect in every possible way, but it would be fun to get back to a place where we could really produce the shit out of those ads in the same way that we used to with Brendan and Church, and make them extra groovy.
Yeah, I miss Brendan. I hope he's out there somewhere editing with the stars.
Can you imagine how long his ponytail must be now after over a year of COVID? Because his ponytail was dazzling already. It was like My Little Pony, but with extra luster.
Yeah, he'd be looking like the fourth character you meet in an RPG.
Right. Yeah, he looked like Legolas, but with better conditioner. Was he stony? Was he a weed guy? What was Brendan's deal?
Oh, if he wasn't stony, he wasn't there. He's so stony. He made one of these tapes for Simon called Music for Plants.
Okay, he's stony.
Yeah.
So I go to this pub today, and I'm loath to mention the name of the pub. I probably have in previous that happens but I have a little nook because now they've opened the inside, and I go there, but nobody knows about it yet. So I sit in the corner, and there's a little light that comes through a window, and I can read my book, and I get about exactly 11 minutes of freedom before other people come over and want to sit down. Mm-hmm. So it's not perfect, but there's a moment of fun. And this woman, when I say woman, she was very young. So I don't want to say girl because she's old enough to be at a bar, but she looked more like a girl than a woman to me because she was very young and drunk as just pissed as a pollywog. Sure. And because the bar had opened earlier, like early, like at 8 o'clock, for a football match, a soccer match between Tottenham and Man City, the League Cup. I'm gonna if I lose 4 Happuccino listeners by saying this, fuck Tottenham Hotspur. Not because I don't like their team. I really don't like the supporters that show up to this bar. They're maybe the most annoying people in the world. This woman came over, sat down next to me, wanted to know all about my book, but was like visibly illiterate. She looked at the book like a chimpanzee would like look at like a Rubik's cube. She was interested, she was fascinated, instantly confused, and put it down. But then wanted to talk to me forever. And when she walked away, I said to the bartender, I was like, "Was she on mescaline?" I've been drunk, but she was just wow. And again, this is the readjustment to society. It's like, oh shit, other people. Because since last March, I've gotten to choose. We've all gotten to choose for better or for worse those who we have been around, and now it's the fucking wheel of fortune, and she was bankrupt.
But also the people who are more comfortable being out more are gonna be a more reckless and sloppy group. Because like it or not, you're gonna be getting more MAGAs and stuff that like probably never hunkered down. Like you're gonna have a higher proportion of those kinds of people, and then also just your risk takers, the people who are like, I'm fucking ready to come back. So it's like an interesting selection of people that you'll be finding.
Is there a way, Kevin, or Spencer, but I think Kevin might know better, is there a way to gauge analytics for our listeners for the Happuccinos? What percentage? Because it can't be zero, but I can't imagine it's more than 5%. How many
Tottenham
MAGAs?
supporters?
How many? Well, fuck Tottenham. And if you are a Tottenham supporter, lick it, suck it, put it in a bucket, and fuck it. How many MAGA supporters do you like? How many red cap wearers? Like, do you think as a Proud Boy that happens for him? Do you think this? Like, I would like to think it's zero, but like, I don't think we live in a world where zeros really exist.
I mean, we can definitely hire an analytics company to find out what the overlap is. I've got to admit, though, it's got to be probably very small.
Right, and you can't just say, "Hey, let's do a Reddit poll," because we're all going to get schraubed, and people are going to put their thumb on the scale and all and say that they're all MAGA supporters.
It looks like all of the listeners are Cheops.
Cheops.
Happy Cheops.
Rob Schraub just said yes with 9 E's and 4 S's. I'm assuming that's to him being invited on the show at some point, so I say yes to that. Speaking of saying yes, and let's do a little improvisational fantasy role playing. Spencer, are you up for that?
Improvisational, like jazz.
I mean, isn't all D&D a kind of an improv situation?
Yeah.
You're like the Chick Corea of game mastering.
I was talking to my mom, and she was just saying that Chick Corea. I'm just kidding. I don't talk to my fucking mom. Fuck my mom.
No, come on. When was the last time you talked to mom and dad?
Not a long time. My mom has texted me. Oh no, I'll tell you what. The last time I talked to my mom, she was saying that black people were bad and that actually cops were good. And I'm like, okay,
wow.
I'm done talking to you. So yeah.
Not to profile her, but she does come from, is it Moore Park or Simi Valley?
Oh yeah. I mean, she wasn't born there, but that's where we lived. Yeah.
What is the fucking deal with that? Like, why? I have friends that live up in Simi and near Moore Park, and I haven't talked to them since Trump was in office. Not because of any political reason. I just kind of haven't been speaking to them. But they were of the like Hillary is the worst person in the world camp.
Yeah.
So I would guarantee that they were Trumpy when he came along.
Sure.
And yeah,
I mean, that's why a lot of people fell into Trump in the first place, is they were just like, they didn't even care. They were just like, well, we can't elect Hillary Clinton. The world will end, and then like from there, they kind of fell into under the spell and stuff. But I mean, and obviously there was a lot of people that were very into Trump, but I mean, I think that just people hating Hillary Clinton were a huge faction of how he got support in the first election.
Hey, Kevin, while Spencer's getting the D&D ready, can you tell me us and the Happuccinos are any, I don't know if it's a spoiler or not, but what's happening with the Academy Awards right now?
We look that up right now.
Yeah. I was texting with Eric Idle, name drop, and he said that they started off with a writer's award and then foreign film, as if they wanted to get rid of the audience at once. So
What? Don't they usually start with the shitty stuff?
I think they changed it to like they would start right off with like best actor or something like that, or best actress. Like they would start off with a real doozy, and then you get into best sound editing and foreign best craft services on a short animated feature.
Yeah, I guess just looking at what just happened, Tyler Perry just won a humanitarian award. That's not a joke.
I mean, I'm not diminishing Tyler Perry's oeuvre, but that sounded like something that somebody would make up as a joke.
Yeah.
But he must have done something awfully special, because you had me worried that he was getting like a lifetime achievement. But
given to an individual in the motion picture industry whose humanitarian efforts have brought credit to the industry.
Okay, good for him. I don't even know what that is, but I will look that up. Sorry for laughing. I went into a panic and thought that he was getting a lifetime achievement award, and Peter O'Toole rots in a grave. Okay. Well, good for Tyler Perry, and let's all thank him for whatever the good work he has done. That was mean of me to instantly laugh at the idea that Tyler Perry was in the Oscars somehow. I mean, then that said, I've never seen a single Tyler Perry movie. So who am I to judge? Also, I probably am never going to be nominated for a humanitarian award. I just yelled at a waitress.
Yeah. Well, Tyler Perry might have yelled at a waitress once or twice, you know.
Well, you know, I fucking bet he did, because if you're winning a humanitarian award, that means you're compensating for something. Think of how many waitresses he must have yelled at to go that far in the other direction.
Yeah.
Is that cynical of me to think that? I don't think so.
I think it is, but you might have cynicaled your way into being right. It looks like the Discord chat wants an update on my dad. And I also stopped talking to my dad way before I stopped talking to my mom, because he was a Trump supporter. So there you go.
So they're both Trumpies?
I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to pin. They've always been really close to the vest with their politics, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Never been super clear why. I would have to assume because they can't really support anything.
The KKK keep their identities hidden under sheets. You got to keep that kind of shit close to the vest.
But I mean, even as kids, it's not like I'm sure they had, told us things that were like, oh, believe this or that politically, but they just they didn't talk it's just I always thought it was super, you'd think, don't you want to indoctrinate your kids, into whatever belief system you have? It didn't even seem like they did that so much.
Well, doesn't that say it all, though? That the fact that they didn't try to indoctrinate you. Like if your parents are religious, they're going to want you to go to church. If your parents believe in that,
they indoctrinated religiously, definitely.
Right, because they thought that was good for you. They thought that was something to be proud of, and that was something that they believed was a positive influence on you. The fact that if somebody won't share their politics with you, isn't that kind of the tip off?
I don't know. It seemed like they were I always thought that I feel like to the extent that they said anything, they both kind of had the idea that oh, that's something, you keep that in the voting booth and you don't really talk about it. But these are all they're crucial issues that affect a lot of people, that also affect your outlook on other stuff. It's like the idea of hiding it is well, what are you hiding? It's one thing if you don't want to get in arguments, but we would get in arguments. It just wasn't clear what was happening, what they were arguing for. They would just not like various things when we said them sometimes.
Okay. Before you give the recap on episode 9's campaign of Fuzzy Knuckles against the world, can I read you the scant notes that I have from last time?
Please do.
Okay. Wine cellar, B.F.N. I'm assuming that's beef fungus Ned. Good luck charms in parentheses. Good luck charm in parentheses. Foot Locker opens. Kids book. Captain Sea Kitty in the seas of tomorrow. 3 dudes enter, slapped by Ned. That's all I have. It sounds like a pretty interesting episode.
Yeah. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay. Last time on Harmon, That Happens. Our heroes had just defeated the Rot Grubs and were looking around a secret room they found, a room that appeared to have been occupied. Fuzzy Knuckles found a book with a kitty and was asking around about it to Beef Fungus Ned, who was seemingly deceiving them about something. Ooh, baby. It was tense for a moment, and then Fuzzy Knuckles went as to attack him, and Ned begged for help, and help arrived in the form of 3 dangerous-looking Bandito characters. Ooh, baby. They were armed to the teeth. Even their teeth had weapons, and attacks began, and combat and such. Then kind of the whole episode was just combat. There were a lot of misses, and damage was taken. 2 of the bandits were laid low. One sliced in half, and the other sliced in a different direction. And another gravely wounded. He ran for the door after Beef Fungus Ned laid himself out on a misguided slap to nowhere. He escaped from a secret door, but not before the big copper collapsed, dying. Jeff was there with Beef Fungus Ned. Now. So yeah, you're in the same room. It had a lot of beds in it. The beds had like chests. You open one of the chests, you got some gold.
Right.
Combat happened. Took out 2 of the guys. One of the guys fled. He was pretty hurt. Beef Fungus Ned, he had just crit failed a slap, and so he's flat on his stomach. And you've taken some damage. I don't know. Hopefully you've been keeping track of your damage. Otherwise,
I was down 5 damage last time.
And then Big Copper is dying. But Ned is kind of helpless. So you got a helpless Ned and a dying Copper.
And refresh my memory. I was in combat against Beef Fungus Ned. He's a bad dude, right?
Yeah, he kind of called for help, and then he was engaged in combat against you.
Okay, I take my rapier. He's lying on the ground, dying.
Yeah.
Okay, I walk up to him and I put my rapier right up to his Adam's apple if he has one, and say, "Is there anything you want to tell me, like in your plea for mercy?" Like this is me trying to get some information out of him if there is any to be had.
Oh boy, I could give you information.
Okay.
What do you want? What do you want to know?
God, I don't know. Who are those 3 guys?
They're smugglers. We're all smugglers, smuggling out of the haunted house. It's the perfect crime.
What are you smuggling?
Goods, services. Well, mostly the goods.
How do you smuggle a service?
You ever seen a crate of hand jobs? You don't want to.
Okay. Well, what do you? What goods do you have on you right now? Anything of value?
Oh boy, I don't know nothing about that. I don't know exactly what we got. We just sent off a big shipment, but I know we got some stolen silk cloth. Oh yeah, quite a bit, I would say. We smuggle stolen goods. There's thieves in these parts, thieves in Saltmarsh, and we fence their goods for them.
Why do the goods come through this haunted house?
It's a safe spot. It's on the ocean. I don't know if you could tell, but these are subterranean caves that go right up to the sea. So it's a perfect place to send in little boats to the big boats.
Is this place actually haunted, or is that just a myth? Like are you guys pretending and scaring people off because this is your smuggling junction, Is it really haunted, or is this just like is that just something that you do to scare off the rubes around town?
Got it in one, I'm afraid. It's a real Scooby-Doo scenario.
And you would have gotten away with it if it weren't for one meddling tabaxi swashbuckler.
And a dying robot.
Oh, okay. You, Beef Fungus Ned, you stay right there. Big Copper, talk to me. How you doing, Big Copper?
I'm not feeling so good, baby. He's going to roll his second death save. Oh, he
dear
passed
God.
it.
Yay!
If he passes one more death save, he'll not be dying anymore. Do you have any medicinal prowess?
Where would I find that?
It's like in your skills.
Where's my skills? Oh, no, I do not. What if I just roll a fucking hot critical medicinal save?
Yeah, you see medicine. There should be a skill, either wisdom or...
I see medicine. I have nothing there. In wisdom...
Is it intelligence or wisdom?
My intelligence is a +2. It's 14 total +2. My wisdom is 0. It's 11 + 0 modifier. And in the skills, I have 0 on... I have nothing on medicine.
Okay, so yeah, just roll it.
Well, I rolled a 2, so sorry, buddy.
What were you trying to do medicinally?
I don't know. I was just trying to get lucky, and give him what's that thing with that Reiki where you just kind of put your hands near somebody, but it's supposed to do something. But every girl I've ever dated that thought they could heal me with Reiki, I just felt worse afterwards because I felt like I wasted everybody's time.
Yeah, that happens. Yeah, you transmit your energy, but it doesn't seem to do anything.
Everybody drink. He said that happens. Everybody drink.
A podcast. Okay. Beef Fungus Ned's like, what are you gonna do to me?
I'm gonna. How wounded is he? Can he walk?
Yeah, he's capable of walking.
I put my rapier back in my scabbard. And I take out my dagger, which is a little more better for close action. And I pick him up and I say, you're going to walk us through these caverns and show us the smuggling route and show us where all this stuff goes.
Okay. He's like, that sounds okay. Just don't let me get seen. Otherwise, they'll kill me on sight.
Okay.
I got to tell you, though, there's like 1, 2, 3... Wait, 1, 2. There's like 5 or 6 more guys. I don't know if you could take them on your own.
So 5 or 6 guys where? Down through the caves?
Yeah, and you've been making some noises fighting them grubs and sturges and whatnot, so they'll know you're coming. Especially that one that got away.
Right. I say, well, how about this? You lead the way, and if anything happens, you'll be the first to get it.
Sounds good. Are you sure you don't want to check anything out while you're here?
Oh yes, I should look. I examine my surroundings.
All right. Well, you opened a chest that had the book in it, and it also had like a pouch of money. And there were how many? 9, I want to say, similar. Yeah, there's 9 similar chests.
Okay, I start rifling through the other chests.
All right, so these ones aren't locked, so you just kind of open them. They are rusty, so they take a bit of strength, but they have kind of various personal effects. But all of them have a pouch of money, so that's 9 pouches. Each pouch has 8.5 gold. So what is 8.5 times 9?
Don't ask me.
Yeah. Well,
76 and a half.
Do that math.
76 and a half. Did you know that offhand, Kevin, or did you actually use a calculator there?
I used a calculator.
Okay, goddamn it.
Okay.
76 and a half gold pieces?
Yeah. And you also find, some personal effects. You find a pressed flower, a rock with some intriguingly sharp angles. You find a rubber boot sole, I should say, that has chew marks in it, and a horseshoe So, you know, just some personal effects. You don't know why these have sentimental meaning to people, but they do.
How big is that rock?
Uh, it's not big enough that if you threw it at someone, it would really hurt them. Like it would hurt, but not like, you know, like you throw a rock at someone's head. It's like a pebble. I mean, you know, it's like a largish pebble.
Okay, well, I throw that in my pocket just as a curio. I look at the book. Did we already examine the book before, or have I given us any thought yet?
Yeah, it's a kid's book. It has notes in it, like someone was trying to use it to learn to read.
Okay. Well, I definitely keep the book. But there's like skimming through it, there was nothing that seemed like it was of any value.
It was a kid's book about like a cat who was a sailor,
Okay,
and it was kind of fantastical.
Yeah, I mean, I got to keep that because that's just right up my alley. Alley cat. Okay, okay, all right, B Fungus. Let's. Why don't you just start marching, and I'll take it as a. Wait, so is Big Copper even mobile right now, or is he really still just dying on the ground?
He kind of coughs, and you're like, "Wow, I didn't know these guys could cough." But he's regained consciousness, but he looks not good. He definitely isn't in fighting shape. If you had to put it in game rules, you'd say he is at 1 HP.
Okay, so I say to Big Copper, it's like, "Hey man, you don't look so good. Is there anything I can do for you? Is there any way to help you get back in shape?"
We could rest for 24 hours. Or we could do some other stuff. I guess I don't know what other stuff we could. Oh, wait. I know cure wounds.
You know cure wounds?
Oh, yeah, baby. How many spells per day I got? Looks like one left. I got one spell left. I could use one cure wounds, but that's all we got. It's not going to heal both of us.
I mean, I only took 5 damage, so I think I'm okay.
All right. You're the boss. Should I do it?
You do it? Fucking yes. We need you. You're no good to me dead, B Fungus. I'm sorry, Big Copper.
B Fungus is great to us, Dad.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't know how close he came.
All right. He heals himself. Yeah, he's back at full health.
Oh, shit. Big Copper, welcome back to the world of the living. Do you have anything to say?
Oh, baby. I saw a glorious robot all decked in white metal with a golden gear above his head.
Wow, that was a close one.
Oh,
okay. Are you ready to go kick some smugglers' ass?
You know it, baby.
All right. God damn it. I've only known Big Copper for what, like a day?
Yeah, like less than a day, probably.
Less than a day, like a few hours. I feel like a strange bond to this Big Copper. So all right, I stick my dagger kind of like, you know, like towards the back of B Fungus Ned and say, "Lead the way, Jackson."
All right, yeah. He goes over to the secret door that those other guys went out. It's marked by a bloody handprint from when the other guy kind of went after it. And he opens it. Basically, it opens the same way as the last secret door that you found.
Wait, but before we go through it, I pat B Fungus Ned down to see if he's got anything of interest on him that I might want to confiscate, steal, use.
No, he's wearing several layers of clothes, but that's it. He didn't have anything on him when you first found him. So,
all right,
and he hasn't seemed to have picked up any weapons from like the dead people that you've killed.
I tell him to strip naked.
All right.
He's going to be more. Well, do you want to get a dagger up your butt?
I don't want that either.
Okay, well, you got 2 choices. You get a dagger in the ribs, or you take off your clothes. I want you as vulnerable as possible. This is not a sexual thing. This is not. I'm not a Republican senator. I just want you to be as vulnerable as possible. So get naked.
It sounds not good, but I'm doing it.
Okay.
He does it. Oh man, it takes a long time. He's wearing so many layers of clothing.
That's
But,
why I found that suspicious in the first place. So yeah.
oh, it's mega sus.
Mega sus.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah. He leads you down. This is like a darker cavern. The ceiling is kind of natural stone, but the walls have been like worked in and kind of are relatively flat and smooth. He takes you down a staircase, and then the staircase cut into the stone kind of opens into just a more general cavern. It forks, and he takes the right fork through an empty kind of like, I don't know, bulge, like wider than just kind of like a cavern passage. And then he passes through another bulge, and you can see there's a couple like pillows and blankets in this bulge, but it's empty. And then he takes you through that one, and then you could see to the left is where that last fork was. So it's like the fork kind of reconnects at this point, and he keeps going through, and then he stops.
Why are you stopping?
He goes, I think they're gonna be in here, in this next place.
And how many do you think they're going to be?
1, 2. One of them's probably, trying to bandage his wounds and stuff, but there's got to be at least 4 more, including 2 hobgoblins. Oh boy, nasty critters.
2 hobgoblins. I take. I kept some of the clothing. Before when he got disrobed, I had ripped up a little bit of his clothing to use as a gag. So I stuffed like a bit of his shirt sleeve into his mouth, and to take a bit of rope and gag him so he can't say anything. And I tie him up and like bind his hands and feet so he can't go in there and warn him.
Okay, that's a good idea.
And yeah. No. Before I do that, I tie his hands and feet, but right before I put the gag into his mouth, I say, "Hey, what's the name of the guy that was wounded and left? Do you know his name?"
That was Beef Dryness Carl.
Okay. I look at Big Copper and say, "Get your." Does he, after using his healing spells, he's still able to shoot coins out of his hand and stuff like that? Does he still have his weapons?
Way, baby. I can shoot poison. That's about it.
There we go. Okay, so just get ready. So Beef Fungus, and I take my dagger and I poke it through his through his just enough to tickle his ribs, and say, call to that guy and say, "Hey, come here. I got to show you something. But don't make a scene. Don't raise the alarm. Otherwise, I'll cut your throat."
He goes, "Boof, boof, 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 boof." Oh, right. No, you took the gag out for him to answer the question. Never mind. He doesn't
Correct.
say that. He does that, and he's like, "I'm just kidding." Then he's like, "Hey, Beef Dryness Carl, why don't you come over here and check out this wicked wound I got from dispatching those 2 interlopers?"
And I look at Beef Fungus, Ned, and it's like, that was pretty solid improv there. That was well done.
Oh, well, I did a few years at Groundlings.
All right.
Cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger! We do have to go. I have a hard out at 6:45, everybody. Thank you so much, Happuccinos, and everybody. Thank you, Spencer. Thank you, Kevin Day. Thank you to whoever drew that awesome fan art of Fuzzy Knuckles and the Big Copper. It was very, very cool. And we will see you next time. Maybe we'll have Rob Schraub on as a guest. You can check out my Patreon, where I'm trying to write a book. Jeff Davis, or Storytime with Jeff B. Davis. Spencer, you got anything to plug before we go?
The Sixler.itch.io is where I sell my modules. I have Color of Chaos out, and now the Jungle of Wayward Wilds. I think you'll love the Jungle of Wayward Wilds. I'm just starting to get feedback on it from people, and people are really loving it, which is always super exciting. I do make money off of it, but it's not, I can't make a living off of these, but it's really, really satisfying for people to play them and then go like, oh man, this is such a great module. So if you check it out, if you play it, if you're enjoying it, let me know. It really makes me feel good. So yeah.
And we didn't get to Spencer's news corner. Is there anything in the news that you want to report for us before we go?
Well, I got to say, the Nazis are at it again, Jeff.
All right. Thank you all. Drive fast, take chances, or drive medium and take minimal chances, or don't drive at all, and but still take chances. We love you all. Thank you, Hapachinos.
Go with God.
Vaya con Dios.
Starburns Audio.